Hello everyone, welcome to Elliottwave.com YouTube channel. Today is February the 14th and the chart of the day for today is Apple. Now again, this one is kind of interesting. The one that is clear to me is only on the short term. The medium term, the longer term is also clear in the sense that because it made all-time high, so obviously I cannot be bearish. But I think the medium term has several different possibilities that is not the scope of what we're going to be looking at. I will mention it briefly, some of the other options, but that's not the focus that we have for this today's chart of the day. So the focus for today, I think, is more in the short term. Okay, so here in the short term, we have with X ended here at the 196.4. And that means we are currently in the Y leg down, and within the Y leg it subdivides into another corrective WX, in which the W is in the form of an ABC, and then this X ended here. Now we are turning lower again in the Y leg. Now technically speaking, for validation of the move down, we still need to break below W, but I think it should be able to do it, right? For more downside below the W, and then it continues to extend on the downside. Now let me give you some of the possible target on the downside. Okay, now one way to do it simply is just measuring the WX here and then looking for the downside into this area. 173.9 is sort of like some sort of target you can look at. 173.9. Another possible option is to look at the higher degree connector, which is this blue degree, intermediate degree here. Now if I zoom out to the 4 hour, this is your X here, right? Let me copy some of the most important labels. This is WX here, which is basically, I'm just copying from the 1 hour chart and put it on the 4 hour, right? This is the X, this is W. So now as you can see, just looking at the 4 hour time frame, you notice here that this one was the previous high, and I believe this one was all-time high in Apple, this high here, which is December 14, right? So let's put it the date there, December 14, 2023. So we have an all-time high December 14, and you can see we got this. Now if this is the X, then you can kind of do a backtracking and then figure out this is your W. So this is WX, and then now we are in the Y leg in blue, which is in progress. Now the W in red already broke below W in blue, and this is actually confirming the move down is likely going to happen. So if I now previously, remember, in terms of finding the potential target on the downside, we use this X in the red, right? WX, which is this 173.7, right? Let's do it this way. 100% of W in red is 173.7, which is a potential target on the downside. Another way to do it is using the blue WX. So if you do that from the December 14th on the W projected from the X, then you have a 100% of the W in blue, which is the bigger connector, is going to be 176.57. So I would say that we should see for the downside potentially going towards somewhere around this area. Now of course it's not a specific level, it is an area. So for example, WXY in blue can go all the way down to this area, 164 to 176, right? So that's going to be a potential target on the downside. Now zooming out even further on the weekly, things get pretty interesting. Now one thing we can say here, it is bullish because it continues to make a high. Again, this is the December last year. Now if I look at this structure here, guys, I would say that this is a big connector from the lows, from, let's say, from the all-time lows. Let's say if this is I don't know, grand super cycle, this is also another grand super cycle. Let's say this is 1, this is 2. Now we broke higher again. Now obviously I don't see the pattern here completed, to be honest. I don't see any completed 5 ways up, and it has to, because it's an impulse on the upside, right? But again, I'm talking about the medium term already now. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that the pullback here potentially, if in the worst case scenario that I can think about, right, we could actually be, because this high here is only marginally higher than the previous high, then in the worst case scenario, this is actually a flat here. So this could be EB, and then we can have a C leg down in a 5 waves, and so this could be, let's say, a 1 2, and then we can have a 3 4 5. That's the worst case scenario. Okay, and now it's still going to be bullish against this one, right? January 2023, and then higher. So that's medium term. So I can think of two most probable paths in the medium term in Apple, in which we're just correcting this cycle. So remember, this one from here, we got a high also here. So we either correct this rally like this before going up. That is the primary view, by the way, because you notice here we got this WX count here. That means the primary view actually is against this level. But I can also think of another possibility in which this is doing a flat like this. So those are the two most probable paths, in my opinion, in Apple. Is either this and this, or 5 ways down and this. Now there is one more, but I don't think it is, which is from here doing a flat like this. But I don't think that is going to be the case. So I think it's either the first or the second. But for now, again, that's not our focus. Our focus is shorter cycle. We shall see for the downside. It's as simple as that. Medium term is going to resolve itself over time. But shorter cycle, we should see more downside below 196. Again, potentially we can go to this around 173, 176 as the next potential target on the downside. Okay, so that's the update here today, guys. As always, if you want to get more updates, feel free to check our service. We got a lot of stocks that we cover: ETF, Forex, commodities, and we got 14 days trial. The link is in the description of the video. I'll see you all again next time, and have a nice day, everyone.